Sit down. Let the noise fall off you, layer by layer, like something that was never meant to stay this long. You move through the day carrying more than you admitted, even to yourself. Small pressures stacked quietly, conversations that demanded patience, situations that required restraint when reaction would have been easier. You adjusted, recalibrated, kept going. Not dramatically, not loudly, just consistently. That kind of persistence rarely gets noticed, but it is real, and it is yours. There were people today who seemed certain about everything. You saw it, the way confidence can sometimes be a costume stitched together from assumption and habit. The quick judgments, the unnecessary remarks dressed as insight. The subtle attempts to pull attention without offer anything meaningful in return. You noticed, and more importantly, you didn't let it reshape you. You didn't need to argue every point. You didn't need to correct every flawed perspective. Some things reveal themselves over time without your involvement, and honestly, not every stage deserves your presence. You are allowed to step back internally. Even when you stay physically present, that's not weakness, that's control. You handled things with more awareness than you realize, even in moments where you felt irritation rise, where the impulse to disengage or push back surfaced. You chose something measured. That choice matters. It separates reaction from intention. And yes, there were moments that drained you more than they should have, people who spoke more than they listened, situations that required more energy than they returned, interactions that felt slightly off, like something wasn't aligned but not worth dissecting in the moment. You don't need to carry those forward. Not every experience deserves a second analysis. Not every voice deserves a second hearing. Some things are simply background noise that overstayed their welcome. Let them fade. What remains is simpler than your mind tries to make it. You showed up. You navigated complexity without collapsing into it. You maintained a sense of direction even when the environment around you felt scattered. That's not accidental, that's a pattern you're building, and it's working, even if slowly, even if imperfectly. You were not required to meet every expectation placed in front of you, especially the ones built on shallow understanding. You are not obligated to match the tone of people who operate without depth. You can stay steady while others fluctuate. You can remain grounded while others perform. That quiet consistency is more powerful than it looks. Let your shoulders drop a little now. Let your breathing slow without forcing it. You don't need to rehearse anything from today anymore. The conversations are over. The impressions have already been made. The outcomes, whatever they are, will unfold without your constant supervision. You've done your part for now. There's a difference between reflection and overthinking, and you don't need to cross that line tonight. You can acknowledge what happened without dissecting every detail. You can recognize what felt off without letting it define your mood. You're allowed to end the day without solving it. And despite everything, you are still here with clarity intact that says more than the noise you encountered. It says you know how to move through distraction without becoming part of it. That's not something everyone manages. So let the day settle into the past where it belongs. Not as something heavy, not as something unfinished, just as something that happened and is now complete. You carried yourself through it, you stayed intact. You didn't lose direction. That's enough. More than enough, actually.